Good morning, everyone. Yes, it is Friday today. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday today. It is Friday and it is cold. One thing I can tell you for sure that it is cold, but it's fine. We are finalizing the test corrections today, and then as well as I'm going to give you guys work. I haven't. I know that the it's for a fact that the minutes is the time for us to to write the minute we are close to the end of the test. You won't really have a time work that I would want you guys to do for the weekend, but I'll tell you. So this weekend, guys, I hope we're all listening and being attentive. This weekend, your work for the weekend, it's not that much. We started the looking at patterns, right? We started looking at geometric patterns. And yeah, you guys are patterns grade 4s, yes. So we started looking at geometric patterns. I once spoke about Fibonacci and all of that. So your homework for the weekend is very simple. I want you guys to go, because you have now access to internet, and I'm sure most of you do know how to Google. I want you guys to look at the rules of patterns. So look at, in general, rules of geometric patterns and how do the rules work. So you Google, you go online, you Google saying, okay, rules of geometric patterns. How the rules of geometric patterns work. Why? It's important for us to move along like that, because from next week, you guys will need to start actually seeing how do you write out a rule to say that for this pattern, every time we're moving to get the following one, you need to add 2, stuff like that. So you need to start looking at rules in general of geometric patterns and start seeing to say, oh, this is how you actually write out a rule. This is how you actually, figure out a rule. So right now, I would need you guys to research, research and find out from the internet, even if you only read from one site and write it down, because I'm going to ask you. Even if you read from one site and write it down to say that when I read about the rules of this, they said 1, 2, 3, 4. When I read, they said 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not too hectic. Please, guys, it's not too hectic. Thank you to those who have sent me their tests. I thank you guys so much. I will send back everything marked and responded. Marked and responded as well with a nice response there. And yeah, I'll write a proper concise email for you so that you can also understand what do I see, so that maybe we can start that conversation, because the conversation should be what I intend from you guys and what do you guys can currently. It's ready and it's set. Right. Let me take 2 questions. The 2 questions that I have here, let me get into corrections. Hello. Good morning, rather.
Sir.
How are you?
Morning, sir. Sir, I'm fine.
How are you? I am excellent.
Sir, I'm fine.
I'm excellent.
Sir, I'm sending you the test now.
All right. No problem. You have my email, right? You see my email there, right?
Yes.
So it's just my name and surname swapped around, and then you just put at gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. good morning. I hope it works. It's working, it's not working. Good morning. All right. Good morning. One more. I think there's something wrong with your mic. Please do fix your mic. But if it's not working out, just send me in the chat. Let me quickly read the messages I'm getting in the chat. Please send a link to the chat. So I printed it so that if you printed the test and you wrote it down, you can even send me pictures of it, or you can scan it and then send it to me via email. It works. Some phones have a scanner. And there are free scanners also. If you look at Play Store, or if you look at what's the name of the store of Apple? I forgot the name of the store of Apple. But one of the two, they do have free scanners. So you can scan something using your phone and send it as a PDF. Yeah. Let's see. Seems that right, guys. So if as well as you did not if you did not you had problems in also the getting the test and please send me a mail. I can send you the copy I have, and then we'll be fine like that. As I said, it's for me to see the gaps. I want to see where you guys have a problem. Then I'll be happy. As I said, guys, when you have emergencies, or even if you don't have emergencies and you just want to have a quick chat, it's fine. I'm not really against communicating with you guys. Here is my Twitter handle. You can send me a direct message on Twitter. I'll get it immediately as if we're chatting on WhatsApp. And then here is my email address, right? Email address is for all important documents. Whatever you need to send me, whatever communication we need to do together, please send me an email. Then life will be great and move on from that. So let me start a new share and go to Adobe Reader. Right, is it showing Adobe Reader? Can we all see? On Adobe. Is memo. So we'd call it memo. Are we all able to see Adobe Reader? This is grade 5, yes. Are we all able to see Adobe Reader here? See the test. I just want to make sure that we're all able to see the test. 100%. Awesome. All right. So yesterday we ended around here. We did this part, I explained most of that. That's awesome. Then we ended around here. We did this, we did the subtraction, right? We ended at question 3, right? I just want to confirm that we ended at question 3 because I do not want us to start all over again. We'll waste time. So we did end at question 3, right? And now we're moving on from question 3, we're going down, right? So question 3, we said it was simple addition. And as you can see, the marks, as you can see how the marks are operating, right? To say that it's 1 mark for how you wrote it down, another mark for the answer. The key here was what? Place value, guys. That's the key. Let's change. Let's say it comes from What's that nice place? He comes from Newcastle, KwaZulu-Natal. Yes. This man from Newcastle, KwaZulu-Natal, named Please Value, must be respected always. So keep your things lined. A unit must be a unit. A 10 must be a 10. 1,000 must be 1,000. A 10,000 must be a 10,000. 100,000 must be 100,000. A million must be a million. Then you can just simply subtract or add. That also works for borrowing. And remember when you borrow, because remember the number system that we use is called base 10. Now, how base 10 operates is to say that in any circumstance or with most of the numbers, but I'll go deeper with this thing about base 10 another time. But in most circumstances, when you're wanting to subtract or something, we're using a base of, we're using we're looking at on the basis of 10 numbers. Meaning that most numbers that we have, except units, right, are on the basis of saying it was 10 multiplied by something, or the minute it goes, like, for example, you have units, right? Let me try, because I don't want to base 10 wrongly. You have units, right? And base 10 basically says that I now change, or I now change and become higher once I've passed 10. Hence, like, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now once we hit 20, that's 10. We change. Now going, higher, 20 something. We start again. 1, 2, 2. That's how base 10 works. So you count 10. The minute you hit the 10, you go higher. So that means you won't change from 20 to 30 unless you've counted 10. That's how base 10 works. It's called, there's a rule. Then the rule has its own name, right? The rule has its own name that you count 1, 2, 2, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Even when you're counting, saying 101, 102. So you won't go from 300 to 120 or 100 and whatever without counting the necessary 10 first, then you change. Necessary 10 again, then it works like that. That's how base 10 works. That's the number system that we use. Hence, that's why when you are borrowing, it's going to seem that you are borrowing a 10. It's going to seem that you are borrowing a 10. You see, to say that, look, right, I have this side. It's saying subtract 4 from 2. It won't happen. I come next door where I could get that 10. It still doesn't agree with me. So then I come this side. I say 5 comes this side. It becomes what? I borrow from 5. I take the 1 here. It becomes a 10 here. When I borrow from here, I'm borrowing another 10. This changes into a 9. Hence, therefore, I'll be having 12 minus 4 is 8. Then 9 minus 5 is 4. Then here, where I was going to have 4 minus 6, I can't. I'd have to borrow from here. This becomes a 10. Borrow again. This becomes a 15. This becomes a 9. 15 minus 6 is 8. 9 minus 9 is 0. Then this would have been 3 minus 1, it's 2. Hence, I have 20,848. On the thing of thinking to say that 10, 10, base 10. But we'll speak on the whole platform, as long as you know that always you're borrowing either a 10. And if you find a situation like this, you know that, or if you find a situation like this whereby you needed to borrow from this side and there was a 0, then it has to become a 9. Please keep that thing always constant to say that the minute I had to borrow 10 here and I had to take it following to the other side, this becomes a 9. It's no longer a 10. Please always remember that. That's very important, right? So please make sure that you have this down. Please, guys, as we go along, make sure that you have the answers, or there's a place where you're writing down the memo to this. And if you have any questions, I hope there are no questions. If you have any questions, please do ask. Right, so now we come to the next part here. This was supposed to actually be written question 4, but it's fine. I have 387 multiplied by 68. Is there anyone here who can explain to us what is really happening here? Right? As I say, I give more for the process than the answer. So the process gives you more marks than the answer. As I always tell you guys that for me, there's no point in giving all the marks for an answer when anyone can get an answer. A calculator can even give you an answer, but a calculator will never give you the process in which they got the answer. So process is always important to me. So is there anyone who's willing to help us explain this part over here so that we can see that are we together in multiplication? This is basically the same using a grade column method. Some can call it a column method. Some do call it the column method. So let's see how this works. Remember also in this circumstance, what place value also works with us. Place value is important. Place value is important. It's important. It's important. It's important. So is there anyone willing just to, who wants to take a jab at this? Going once, going twice. All right. All right. All right. Good. Thank you. I've got someone. Hello? Hello? All right. It's not working. Let me try here. Hello?
Sir, I put up my hand by mistake. I didn't mean to put up my
All right. No, it's fine. I understand. I fully understand. It is cool. Right. One more.
Sir?
Oh, hello?
So, sir, when you say 3 times 7, we have to put the times and plus all the numbers and make sure you put the magic 0 and then you get your answer.
The magic 0 or the placeholder sum. That's a summary. That's a beautiful summary of everything. That's a nice summary. All right. I'll explain it as well. So we have 387 multiplied by 68. Here, you see this part here. I don't know if I can, there's something here that can allow me to write. Oh, I don't know if I can write. Oh, what's this? Redact. I really don't know how to use Adobe. There's fill and sign. All right, all right, let me put fill and sign. Yes, fill and sign. That I want to actually, for us to go crazy here a bit. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please work. If you're not going to work, just tell me now. Early. Good. What happened? Great. So, right. This part here, right, it's for your units. Then this part here is for your 10. Right? Why is not going now with this thing? All right, it's fine. So this part here is for our units, right? And this part here is for our 10. Our unit comes from the 8. We use this 68 as a frame of reference. And then we multiply. 8 times 7 is 56. So write the 6, we carry 5. 8 times 8 is 64. Plus 5 is 69. So I put the 9 here, carry 6. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 6 is what? 30. You're done this part. Then I put 0 as a placeholder. So I say, look, I have a 0 over here. And this 0 of mine, I'm putting it here because I'm not just multiplying by 6. No. This is 60. This is 60. 60, 60, 60, 60. So since I'm multiplying with 60, 60, I need to have a 0 here to say that whatever I'm multiplying with here is in the tens. I'm multiplying with the 10, a whole 10. So I have 6 times 7 is 42. So I first put my 0 as my placeholder, and I start here. 6 times 7 is 42. So I put the 2, 3, 4. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 6. Sorry. 6. So I said 42. I'm fine here. Right. So, sorry about that. It's 42. So I carry the 4. Right. Since 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 4 is 52. So I put the 2 here. I carry 5. 6 times 3 is 23. Sorry. 6 times 3. Sorry. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus the 5, right? Plus my 5 from here gives me 23. So 6 times 3 is 18, plus 5 is 23. Then I add the top with the bottom. Then I have 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 2 is 11, so it's 1, carry 1. Then 1 plus 2 is 3. Then I have 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus nothing gives me 2, so I have 26,316. I'm done. I'm done. Go to the next one. I have 6,423 divided by 56. I hope we're following through and we're marking, because now you should be marking. You should be making notes as I'm making the notes here. As I'm saying what I'm saying, making notes as well, so that you don't make mistakes.
Sir?
Hello. Yes.
Can I do the long division?
Oh, awesome. Sorry about that. I had a pause earlier on. I just breath. I think I need water, but it's fine.
Okay.
Please go ahead and explain to us, madam. Just tell me.
We're going to see how many.
Yes.
So we're going to see how many 56 goes into 64. Then it goes 1 time. So then we put the 1 over there. Then we're going to say 1 times 56 is 56. Then we're going to say 64 minus 56 is 8. Then we bring down the 2. Then we're going to say how many 56 goes into 82? It goes 1 time again. So then we put the 1 over there. Then we're going to say 1 times 56 is 56. Then we're going to say 82 minus 56. So then we're going to scratch out the 8 and put 7. Then we're going to give 2 a 10. Then we're going to say it's going to be 2 here, 2 here. Then
2? Or the 2 minus, so it's going to be 12 minus 6, right?
Yes, sir.
And then it's going to be 7 minus 5.
7 minus 5 is 2.
All right.
Then
So the answer is?
12 minus 6 is 6. Then we're going to bring down the 3. Then we're going to say how many 56 go to 263? It goes 4 times. Then we're going to say 4 times 56 is 224. Then we're going to say 263 minus 224 is 39.
So your final answer is?
114 and remainder 39.
And what do we only subtract when we're doing long division?
Sir, I can't.
What is the only thing that we subtract from the numbers when we're doing long division? What is the name of them?
Sir.
The sum of 56. It starts with an M. Starts with an M. The multiples of 56. We always find ourselves subtracting what? Multiples. Multiples. Thank you, madam. That was beautiful. I doubt there needs any further explanation beside from that. You keep on subtracting the multiples, You bring down when you must bring down. You follow the order. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Are we happy? Can I please get a notification in the chat if we are all happy? We're all fine, we all understand, so that I can move right along. So, because I know that we can finish the test in this lesson. I want to finish it all. So yeah. All right. I think everyone is fine. The trick with long division, I think maybe some of you don't understand. The trick to understanding long division is just being able to see how the numbers work together. And also, for example, you see 64 over here. You know that if I'm going to divide 56 into 64, it's going to be one time. 82, you know that 56 plus 56 goes way beyond 82. So it's also going to be one time. Here, when it comes to the 4 times, is that when you see you have a big number and you test it out. So you're going to multiply 56, multiply by 3, multiply by 2, all of that. And then you're going to find that once the closest I can get to 263 is 224. And then you move on like that. The actual trick of long division is with my quotient and what am I subtracting. So because once you sort out the divide and multiply part, then you're fine. Because these what we're subtracting comes from the dividing and multiplying part. We established that 56 only goes into 64 once. And knowing that 1 times 56 is 56, we subtract that, we get an answer. We established that 56 only goes into 82 once. 1 times this 56 goes how many times? 1 times this 56 is 56. We subtract the 2, we get an answer. And we keep on bringing it down. But this 82, yeah, we brought down the 2, bring down again. After we get an answer, from the subtraction, we bring down if there's a number to bring down. We established that as we went along of checking with 56, it was 4 times. 4 times 56 gave me 224. I subtracted 2, I get an answer. So the trick here is just understanding the whole part of how many times does a number go inside there. And another thing is that you keep on bringing down after you get an answer from your subtraction. That's all. That's where the trick is. The other stuff is what my former maths teacher used to say is sundry. Sundry means it's just, it's there. The other part is not to say it's not necessary, but yeah, it's sundry. I'm not sure of another way of describing sundry, but yeah. Oh, not as important. Right. So here, let us look at fractions. And then I think we're almost towards the end. Oh, we have only like 15 minutes left, so we must hurry a bit. Right. Let's look at fractions here. So here, with fractions, right? First things first, we convert our, but this was for 3 marks. So the mark was here, the mark was here, the mark was here. No, the mark was here, the mark was here, and the mark was in the answer. So we change this. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 3 is 28. Remember, we always, even when we're changing it into an improper fraction, we keep the denominator. So we keep the denominator, then we say 5 times 5 is 25 plus 3 is 28 over 5. Then we add that to 6 over 7. Then we go on and we say this 28 over 5 multiplied by 7 over 7. And what happens is that the LCD here, what happens is because both of these numbers, looking at prime numbers, because we've touched on prime numbers, since both of these numbers are prime, I know my LCD was 35. I knew it was 35. So I multiplied, I know that since my LCD is 35, all I do is that I take the denominator here and I use it as the one that is going to change these numbers to suit me to get 35 as an LCD. I take the 5 here and I use it that side as well. So I have 28 over 5 multiplied by 7 over 7, 6 over 7 multiplied by 5 over 5. Multiply numerator with numerator, denominator, denominator, numerator with numerator, denominator, denominator. With reference to 35 being my LCD, then I have 900 and And 196 over 35 plus 30 over 35. Add the two, I get 226 over 35. Then I just convert it. I ask how many times does 35 going to 226? It's 6 times. 6 times 35 is equal to what? 210. To get to 226, what must I add? 16. And then I'm done. That's how you work it out. So it's all about the LCD and looking at a nice thing of saying, guys, when you have prime numbers as your denominators, to get your lowest common denominator, you just multiply the two prime numbers together. Remember that 5 and 7 are prime numbers. So that's another trick that you can use, a nice fancy trick. Hello?
Sir?
Yes?
Sir, yesterday I told you that I wasn't here on Thursday when we were learning this. I wasn't here because the connection was bad and I couldn't get into the lesson. So I didn't know anything. So I told you
About
that.
fractions?
Yes, sir. So I'm
No.
struggling with it. So I asked my dad and he said I should just leave this blank and then when you're doing it, you can help me.
Yes, but fractions, when did you do fractions? We did fractions we touched on fractions last Thursday, right? And we touched on fractions the week prior to that as well. You know what you should do? Right, this is what you should do. Make sure that you check the videos on YouTube, right? Because they're posted there. And also, another thing that you can do is chat to me, right? You have my email address, right?
Yes, sir.
Speak to me on email, or you have my I hope someone in your house has Twitter. Communicate to me via Twitter. There's something I'll have for you as
yes, sir. Yeah. Okay.
yes. One of the two, either Twitter or email. Chat to me. There's something I have for you that will help you with fractions for the rest of your life. There's something I have for you, right? But
Thank you.
because this is an emergency, so I would want you I'd use this method. I would use this thing that I have. It's going to help us out a lot. But thank you for listening me, right? Thank you so much. All right. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Please, guys, also do tell me if you have a problem with something. Tell me. Let's go right along. Same story here. We've got 47 over 12 multiplied by 24 over 48. I saw that here. 24 plus 24 is 48. So I used for 24 as a number to divide the top and the bottom. So I simplified this one first, right? Because I saw multiplying 47 multiplied by 24, 12 times 48, it's going to give me numbers that are too massive, too massive. So I said, okay, it's fine. Not really a train smash, right? So I said 24 consists of ones and 248 two times. Then I said to myself that since I have that down, I've got 1 over 2. I multiply 47 multiplied by 1 is 47. 12 multiplied by 2 is 24, right? And then I say that I find that, okay, I've got 47 over 24. What is it as a mixed number? Then I know that it's going to give me 1. 1 times 24, 24 plus 23 gives me what? 1 times 24 gives me 24. Then what must I do to get to 47? I must add 23. So I have 23 over 24. And since 23 is prime, I know my answer is correct. So I have 23 over 24. That's how it works. You see how also prime numbers are very important. And also understanding the part of saying that sometimes it's very good to just simplify within the sum when you're dealing with multiplication and division, because you do not want a number that is too big. Remember, once you're multiplying 2 digits with 2 digits, sometimes you're going to find out that you have a number in the thousands, and trying to get a number in the thousands, and reducing it is going to take you forever, because you're going to start with 2, then you're going to try and check another number. So you want to try your best to conserve your brain from overworking itself, because it's maths, right? So then also here, I changed these into improper fractions. 4 times 8 is what? 32. Plus 3 is 38. Is 35 over 8. Then 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 2 is 17 over 5. Then I use, because this is prime, I'm going to use these numbers when I multiply each other to get my LCT. So when I multiply them, my LCT is 40. So I know that I'm going to use the denominator of here to multiply this side, and the denominator of here to multiply the other side. So I say 35 times 5 is what? 175 over 40. And 17 times 8 is 136 over 40. I subtract the 2, I've got 39 over 40. I'm done. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. Let's move on this side. Now here, the 2 marks were coming from changing this into an improper fraction and changing this into a multiplication. That's where your marks came from. That's where your marks came from. Then I have 52 over 8 divided by 50 over 16, right? Because 3 times 16 is 48, plus 2 is 50. Then I have, all right, I have 52 over 8 divided by 50 over 16. I change this into a multiplication. The denominator becomes the numerator becomes the denominator. So 52 over 8 multiplied by 16 over 50. And I multiply the 2. 52 multiplied by 16 gives me 832. 8 times 50 gives me 400. Now, as come times as 400 going to 832 2 times, which is now 32 over 400. Then I divide these two together, right? So I ask myself, what number can divide both of them? It's 8. 8 goes into 32 how many times? 4 times, and into 450 times. And again, I divide the 2. What can I divide them by? 2. 2 divides 4 how many times? 2 times. And 50, 25 times. So I have 2 over 2, 2 or what? It's 2 as a whole number, 2 over 25. I'm done. The marks come from here, here, and then it's from this one, first simplification, second simplification. You are done. I hope we are noting down this and we are following. I hope we are following. Right. What are we left with? Yes, then would have been done. Let me just quickly speak on the shapes. So here, this one was quite simple. We're dealing with shapes. So you count the edges, you count the faces. Faces are what is held together by one edge. So a face is this part here. This is a face, so it's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, it's 6. 6 faces. Edges, how do you count edges? So wherever 2 faces meet, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's how you count it. Cuboid, how many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Edges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Simple as that. Same thing for pentagonal prism. How many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it goes, what's this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then it's 15, because I've already counted this side. 15 edges. Then because this is 2D, you can't count faces with the 2D shape, but you can count sides. 1, 2, 3. How many faces? 1, 2. This is supposed to be 0, guys. Sorry about this. This is supposed to be 0. There are no edges here. There are no edges. It's supposed to be 0. There are no edges. Then you're done. Then we go to our shape. Here is our pentagon. How do you know it's a pentagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 sides. Right, I have 3 minutes left. Right, it has 5 sides. And then, so the shape is a pentagon. How many sides does it have? 5 sides. And lines of symmetry, especially with the pentagon, octagon, heptagon, match the shape. So pentagon would obviously have 5 sides of symmetry. Then we are done with that part. Let us finalize the corrections here. Right. So I hope we're still following. Right? To close off, I'll end off with the first one, and then I'll just touch on the last part in our next lesson. So I have, Umpo owns a pizzeria. She made 12,820 in 1 month, with each pizza costing 20 Rand. How many pizzas did she sell that month? We just divide 12,820 by 20, and we get an answer of 641 using long division. Are there any questions? Because now our time has lapsed. Are there any questions? Are we able to see our mistakes, where we have a problem? Are we able to see that? Are there any questions? Are we able to see our mistakes? Where do we have a problem? Are we able to see that? Do we get that part? Do we? Because that's what I want. I see also, yes, in the chat you guys do say, look, we are able to see our mistakes. That's what I want, guys. Maths is a science. Maths is a science. I always tell you guys that. I know maybe some people might disagree with me, but according to me, also a long way, I feel that maths is a science of its own. And as a science of its own, you need to make sure that you investigate your own understanding, that you will be able to show it off and investigate what do you understand, what don't you understand, and why. And if you're able to get that, then everything else becomes easy. Hello?
Sir?
Yes, hello?
Sir, I'm sure time is over now, sir.
Yeah, I know I see the time is over. I was just ending. I was ending off, my dear son. I was ending off.
But sir, what says I don't understand this one. 64, 641. Then you draw that line and then 21,280, 820. Then minus 120, then the line, then 82, then minus 80, then the line 20, then minus 20.
It's long division. We're using long division.
Oh, and then it's 0 at the bottom, sir.
Yes, because now remember 20 minus 20 is 0.
Yes,
Isn't
sir?
it 20? We said 20 into 128, right? Because sometimes 6 times.
Yes, sir.
6 times 20 is what? 120.
20,
We subtract from 128, 120 gives us 8. We bring down the 2. 20
yes,
into
sir.
82 goes how many
But
times?
sir, you're by 82, then you minus, how do you minus 80?
Because I asked myself, how many times does 20 go into 82? Remember that 82 is a multiple of 20, but
Because
80 is, remember. That's the method that we're using. That's the method that we're using. Right. That's the method that we're using, that we said 82 is not a multiple, but 80 is. We subtract 80 from 82. We have 2, we bring down the 0. 20 into 20 goes once. 1 times 20 is 20 minus 20 is 0. Right, guys. So homework to end of the lesson so we can move on. Homework, please. Look at the rules of geometric patterns. If you don't have the test, email me. Now, since we are done, I love you all. Stay awesome. Stay fantastic. Have a wonderful weekend. Do your homework. Investigate the rules of geometric patterns. Goodbye. I love you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Where is this thing of leaving? All right. Thank you, guys. Mwah. Love you all. 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 Oh.